Hey, you guys, happy Golden Globe Sunday. This is the first time I've ever gone to the Golden Globes. We're in Beverly Hills for the festivities. Um, could get a little crazy, I think. So we're about half a mile from Beverly Hills Hotel. I figured we'd get off the bus. Actually, the bus just took a turn and it scared me. So I got off the bus. Let's go through that corridor park and walk over towards the Beverly Hilton. Hey, Cariopolis. All right. All right. I've got my fanny pack, my jeans on, full tourist mode. Woo. All right. Beautiful lush green park. I'm going to try to avoid that crazy sidewalk. All those people right there are lining up to take their picture in front of the. No, I'm kidding. They're lining up to take their picture in front of this, the Beverly Hills sign over here. Ah, nothing like a good old statue portraying the hunting life. Right. Lovely little outfit that guy's got on. Almost wore the same thing. It is definitely the bigbus.com and then the littlebus.com. But even better than that, I love Los Angeles. Los Angeles shows up for a cause. So we're walking towards the Beverly Hilton. This is the way to the Golden Globes. We're like a mile, maybe, or 3/4 of a mile. So people actually have to drive this way to go to the Golden Globes. And again, LA shows up. Hey, DC. Yeah, it's not the Town and Country magazine, it's the tent services. All right. Good for these people. Mhm. And hopefully these tourists go back to wherever they're from and tell people that not all of America is crazy. Anyway, not to get political, but good to see it. The road closes up ahead. Hey, mountain bike. No, they're protesting fans. If anything, if they're fans, they're protesting fans. They're definitely not protesting the special event ahead. Hey, LA Unknown. LA Unknown, I'm gonna redo my route. I fell asleep thinking about it last night, and I'm gonna redo my valley route. I almost just fell. Hey, Tony Hemp, you guys. So we're going to check out the outside of the Golden Globes. Um, I know more about the TV end of the Golden Globes than I do about the movie part of the Golden Globes this year. I do want to see Begonia. I have only seen Sinners with Michael B. Jordan in a dual role. I actually really liked it. It was kind of a vampire movie and a metaphor for power corruption for that New Order album. Let me know if you saw Sinners or in the comments down below. And then the TV shows, Pluribus. Mwah, I love Pluribus. That was fantastic. Right, it was a vampire film, but it was like a metaphor. Right, it was probably planted by like Herbert Hoover or something, or Herbert or Roosevelt. Back when they named this after Beverly, Massachusetts, actually. So it was a vampire movie for sure, and supernatural, but not exactly in the traditional sense. I felt like it's a movie that I watched from beginning to end without falling asleep. Set in the South, Jim Crow era, I believe. If I'm misremembering, I forgive me. But yeah, it's just about power, like exploitation, survival. It's a great movie. I really liked it. And Michael B. Jordan was like, wow, chef's kiss in that. He definitely deserves an award. He played a dual role. I also watched Abbott Elementary because, yeah, I don't know why I like that show. I like it because I can't even remember the actor's name, but the guy from Everybody Hates Chris, which is a show that I loved. Um, Again, I said Pluribus. I'm excited that Rose Byrne is nominated. I love her, but I don't remember the movie that she was in. If I had legs, I would kick you. But she's excellent in everything she does. It would have taken me closer, but it actually turned off on Canyon. I thought the bus actually normally I think drives us all the way to Santa Monica Boulevard, but I got off on Canyon. Hello, Ornito, Koletic. Um, Here, let's go over everything real quick. I think they're here. All right, here's what I got. This is not everything. This is just the stuff that I thought would be important to us. Frankenstein. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm dying to. Hamnet. Don't know anything. It was just an accident. don't know anything. Sentimental Value, kinda saw something about that. And Sinners, I loved. Best Picture, musical comedy, one battle after another. Meh. Begonia, I'm kind of excited to see that. Marty Supreme, some of you guys said that was good. Blue Moon, no idea, no other choice, no idea. Nouvelle Vague, aren't they the band that used to do 80s cover versions, jazzy style? The nominees, Michael B. Jordan gets my vote. I haven't seen Frankenstein yet, and I don't know who Oscar Isaacson is. Dwayne Johnson and the Smashing Machine, I heard that wasn't very good, and I don't think people should get an award just for a plastic nose. The Bruce Springsteen, I didn't see it either. Okay. Jennifer Lawrence, I saw the commercial for Die My Love like a million times. I'm gonna walk back through the Cactus Garden for a second. And After the Hunt, like a million times, I feel like I saw them. I didn't see One Battle After Another Day or Mighty Supreme or Begonia yet, but I've seen the preview a lot and he looks great. George Clooney, no. Emma Stone, I would love to win. I can't wait to see The Testament of Anne Lee. Again, I think the Rose Byrne movie is the movie that really heavily previewed a while ago. Yes, this is definitely not a natural garden. This is Beverly Hills. If you need a shady moment, they gotcha. This is actually just specially crafted for the Golden Globes, and they will tear it down tomorrow. But enjoy. We'll enjoy it for this moment. I'm joking about that. This is a super lovely and old cactus garden. These are my favorite cactuses. The old man cactus. They deserve a Golden Globe. They're really just great. I want to touch them, but you know, you shouldn't just assume you can touch a cactus without getting its permission. I want to touch them. Oh, that's the old lady cactus. Gotta be especially careful over here. But you know, I'm just gonna end up with prickers in my fingers. Oh, I love that they put the old lady cactus and the old man cactus together. But what's that one back there? That should be like the fuzzy baby cactus. We're heading in that direction. Beverly Hilton. The road is closed here. We may get bustled, but I certainly couldn't promise you, and I think I wrote that in the description, any stars. But we would just check the scene out around it as close as we could get. Um, I don't think we're gonna get near the red carpet, but I think we should be able to stand on a sidewalk somewhere around the famed Beverly Hilton Motel. Oh my gosh. All right. I'm using no filter, I promise you that. I wish I had a nice filter. This church, truly, hey Cecilia, this church is really beautiful. I'm pretty sure it's been in something. Hopefully not a scandal. We're still walking towards the Golden Globes. Good Shepherd Catholic. I was gonna see what year it was, but there are people hanging out on the steps, and I'm gonna let them enjoy their moment. I'm assuming since the 1930s, because the sign said since 1930. Everyone deserves a little sanctuary. I used to play hooky sometimes and go into churches. The Catholic Church Sacré-Cœur, which was in my neighborhood growing up. If I wanted to play hooky, you would just literally, people would pray all day in the olden days. You would literally just go there in the morning, pray, or sit. I wasn't really baptized, but sit in the bench, praying, looking like you were praying, contemplating, meditating, being closer, and go home after my mother left for work. It's a really nice, warm place to sit. And also, I kind of love churches somehow. Hello, Fun Feeds. Happy 111. 11126. 1112026. I don't know that I've ever really paid much attention to the Golden Globes before. I'm a cinephile, but only in the Ted Turner TNT network sense, if that makes any sense to you. I think I saw this Gen X person. Sorry, I'm definitely Gen X. I saw a millennial person that did a video about, I could get a portion of this wrong. They were either upset about the dissolution or opining about the change in TNT and Turner Classic Movies channel, the Turner Classic Movies channel, that they had grown up with that. And I feel like Turner Classics really like kind of went into full swing and like the early 90s, right? That's like, I feel like I did a lot of cable TV watching in the early 90s and late 80s, like after I like moved out of my house. Sometimes we see this skyline from Olive Hill, from Barnsdall Art Park. Oh, I hope people can go through. You never know. They can't. We really tried. And then we can just go down to, I don't know, Wilshire? Or we can just go up and follow these ladies with their walkers. Like, huh? I think I probably will have to go to get all the way over there. I'm gonna have to return. I don't see how it's possible unless those guys. I don't want to do anything that's like crazily or moderately or slightly illegal. But I have to get to the other side of there from here, and the road is closed, and it's Beverly Hills, and I'm paranoid. So I'm gonna walk back to that light, cross down, and walk over just to be law-abiding. Or I could just walk up the street here and take my next left, which I might try to do. I still feel like that's not the best way to be law-abiding. But look at these fun, cool little houses. Also, it's blocked up here. It's like not necessarily the first one, but the second one. It's all like Donna Reed house. Anyway, all right, let's walk back to the crosswalk. Let's be lawful. I don't know if I can. It looks like both the lady um, dressed in aloe head to toe, uh, didn't continue to go straight, and these two ladies um, turned around also. So I'm going to just turn around. It never hurts to go in the other direction. Joe is home for now. He might meet up with me. He is working the chat, I hope. There we go. He's working our little chat from home. He wanted you know, remember I used to do this by myself all the time? He'll let me go to Beverly Hills by myself because it's safe. You guys, thank you so much for being here. Please do like and subscribe. I think I have something magical for that. There we go. I really want to get Joe to walk with me on the punk walk. I think he doesn't like I don't know this for sure, so, but I don't think he likes the like historical walks as much. I don't know that for sure. He's never said that. I'm not trying to put anything on him. But I really hope he does. We're gonna do the Hollywood Punk 2 walk with a slightly deeper dive. And since, well, it's less than a year ago, but I think I can be more exciting this time. I'm looking forward to it. Before the end of this month, we're gonna do that, right? I'm allowed to go here alone. So I'm now gonna walk down to Wilshire, down Roxbury. I love being able to see the mountains over there and the church. Maybe just like it looked when Clara Bow walked down these streets. Alright. Little San Monica. There's no button to push. I will not stick my finger. I did anyway. I'm just gonna wear a leather cuff. Well, I mean, I'll wear clothes. And black jeans since it's winter time. That's kind of my uniform. It's that time of day where we all cast really long shadows. It's kind of fun. Here, watch my skeleton legs walk across the street. Only they're shadow skeleton legs. In real life, they're like Vienna sausages, but it's a little shadow play. Thank you guys so much for coming. I want to take a second to walk in here and see if I missed any chat, because I do sometimes. Only the shadow knows. That's what I was thinking. I do want to thank all of my my members. Here's a little scroll across the bottom. If you guys are in the wrong spot or not showing up for some reason, just let me know. I can't thank you enough. That giant building that we see right there, that's the Beverly Hilton. Well, behind that and part of that is the Beverly Hilton. We've walked over by here before when we did our Christmas walk. What color would you like? I wouldn't even know if I could handle one of these cars. I wouldn't mind that one. Right? The first time I'm gonna walk down and then up Wilshire. When I first moved out here, I discovered that paranormal show, actually with Art Bell.
Are you by chance going to the red carpet?
Around that way, yeah. No, it's over there. Yeah, I'm just taking a. Yeah. You're welcome. I don't think they're gonna get to the red carpet. It's pretty well blocked off, but I hope they get to see who they want to see. Anyway, George Norrie, coast to coast. Moving out here. When I lived in Boston, I used to listen to the BBC World Service to fall asleep. Nothing like the dull and relaxing dulcimer of a BBC World correspondent voice to put you right to sleep. So I would listen to that. I couldn't find it when I moved out here, so I started listening to Coast to Coast. All right, I think we need to cross one more time. We're gonna cross one more time. Those cars are probably for rent or something. All the buses are on detour. The thing is, every time I feel like I see somebody in one of those skittle-colored cars, I know it's a rental. That's a rental place. Also, even like these cars, I mean, that's just gorgeous. But who in reality has this car? Batman? Sorry. I'm a little bit of a car guy. A car guy currently with no car. And I just,
А я не знаю, где вы еще.
like, I'm pretty confident I could not handle that car. Hi. All right. Maybe I can walk up here since I already have. I wouldn't trust one of those housewives to drive a Lamborghini. Like, that's a powerful car. Like, you just barely tap and it, whew. Like, that's not a car you can drive on Klonopin. I don't know that they're on Klonopin, and I really don't know anything about Klonopin. I've never been on Klonopin. Just popped into my head. That's my kind of car right there. Look but don't touch. Sporty. Okay. So, sweet mystery is, which way are we going? Okay. That's weird. I just have to be super careful here. It's a little bit of a confusing crosswalk. So we need to go one more, I believe. But we're just gonna wait for the signal. I wish like one Ed Begley Jr. would come on his electric weird bicycle thing. That would be pretty cool. I'm never slow for people who end up sticking out in the intersection because I don't have time for that, for people who don't care about people. Woo. I don't know what or if or who. This is certainly not the red carpet, trust me. But we'll push through like ignorant Fs. We'll go as far as they'll let us. No, we'll stay over here, sorry. Oh, it's really smelly, like perfume. We don't have a ticket. We should have got a ticket. God damn it. Sorry for the Lord's name in vain. But how would one get a ticket? Should we just hang out by that Uber ride share and drop off and see if, like, someone gets out of the Uber? No, you need a ticket to enter, no credentials. I don't have any credentials. We've tried. The issue is, especially for live streamers, I think you all get kind of lumped into one category. I have written to people to ask if I could film there. I tell them what I do. I tell them what it would mean. I tell them what it would mean to you. I get like, excuse me. I've gotten a couple people have written back like once, and then I write back and nothing. They ghost me. I don't know. Do YouTube content creator credentials exist? I've never looked for anything like that. We're really gonna turn around in a second and go back towards the hotel and just feel like we're following these Beverly Hills teens. Look, natural Pilates. Right? I think YouTube credentials scare people away. A couple weeks ago, actually like a week ago, we were approached on the stream by somebody dressed up as something, and they were like asking people on the street a question. And I don't have any time for that. Also, I don't expect people to talk to me, so I just kind of like tuned it out. Those people did that to the wrong person and were accosted. And I feel like those kind of live streamers kind of spoil it for everyone. Oh my God, where's that hotel? We're just trying to get over here. Maybe. Now I literally feel like a perv because I've been following these people. So, in order to do, thank goodness, in order to do Oscars, you need to apply in November. I forgot to. Also, like, what would I do? And then for this, I didn't even think about it. Well, the funny thing about this particular Golden Globes is they are doing podcast award for the first time. And had I started my podcast last year, like I talked about it, I maybe could have been up on that stage. I'm joking. With my 4 podcast listeners. I have no podcast, hence no podcast listeners. It's the Caviar Store. Why is that not open? Oh, they are open. If there's one store that should be open, or 2 stores that should be open, it should be the Champagne Store and the Caviar Store. Tonight, people will be drowning their sorrows or celebrating their wins. So I think, in a real boring and non-exciting way, I'm going to go back over to where we came from and got ticketed. Not ticketed, but asked for a ticket. Did you feel? I need to take my Christmas stuff down tonight. I should have done it on the 8th. I like to keep it up through my birthday. Maybe just through my birthday weekend. It kind of works. All right, let's head back over to the Hilton. I don't know. I feel like sometimes when you win, you lose. Think about how many people won Best New Artist Grammy, and they had 1 or 2 albums. Or Best New Actress on their first movie and then did nothing. It's better if you have like a slow build career. Poor M. Night Shyamalan. I know I like his movies, but I think the first one was so stupefyingly, blowingly amazing that it was impossible for him to ever live up to that. If it is your first time here, please feel free to like and subscribe. We are in Beverly Hills by the Beverly Hilton, trying to spot a star getting their foot-long Subway sandwich before the show. Oh my God, is that Rhea Perlman? Twas not. Not even a little bit. My shoelace became untied when I said that. I shouldn't lie. All right, I gotta tie my shoe. Whew. Sorry. Okay. Shoe tied. Wasn't M. Night Shyamalan's movie? Oh, now I forgot the name of it. But the first movie he did. I see unalive people. Oh my God, I totally forgot the name of it. Or Nicole Kidman's first movie, The Others. Joking. Exactly. Again, the Golden Globe people, they're just the actors and films. I feel like there's something missing here. I do want to see Frankenstein. And I saw Sinners. Excellent. 9 thumbs up. I don't really love Leo, so I don't know if one battle after another is ever in the cards. Begonia, definitely. Marty Supreme, maybe. Blue Moon, probably not. No other choice, probably not. Nouvelle Vague, have not heard of it. I just want Michael B. Jordan to win because he's the only one whose movie I've seen. Also, the preview for Die My Love looked so good with Jennifer Lawrence, but I only saw the preview. Also, I saw the preview for After the Hunt with Julia Roberts like 1,000 times. She should win for the best preview. Not everything's supposed to be comfortable. That should be the new TSA slogan. I love Emma Stone, so she could win, but I really am excited for Amanda Seyfried and I don't know if I'm saying that right, in The Testament of Anne Lee. I also love Rose Byrne, but I don't know anything about If I Had Legs I'd Kick You. Let me know if that's like missing anything. And I apologize if the list is not all extensive. Those are the people's makeup people over there. That's someone in the Nissan. Yeah. What was the Bruce Willis movie? It seemed like nobody really was paying attention to him until that Bruce Willis movie, and then after that Bruce Willis movie, like, it was like, what did he do? The movie where the guy played the what's it? What?
You as well. Thank you. Happy New Year to everybody.
He played the shit. I forgot what it was called. Oh, comic book character. I don't know what we're trying to see. Limos or empty limos. Anyway, I totally want to cross the street to not where these people are. I don't think we're gonna see anyone over here. We would probably need to be up by the corner of Wilshire Boulevard. These are just where people are parking. And I look stupid. Oh my god, it's my favorite limo driver. We call him 445. So if I had a ticket, I could get past this guy in the tuxedo. They've got it super, which is just fine because I don't want anything to happen to any of our precious celebrities. Those two people just asked me how to get to the red carpet a little earlier. Anyway. All right. I think I might just head away from here, unless you guys, what do you think? We should stand here for a while longer? I don't. I think we should just take off. We're only seeing the empty Denali's and Escalades and Cadillacs. Although it looked like there was someone hiding in that truck right there. I feel like TMZ, which I am not. All right, we love LA. What an awesome opportunity to not see any celebrities. I have failed you. I am not gonna get in. I'm okay with that. Oh, I'm totally okay with that. I really wish Michael B. Jordan the best, even though you didn't invite me in. Also, Emma Stone. Rose burn. I hope you all win, even if you're competing against each other. So let's walk away from here, shall we? Let's walk off into the sunset. I could not get close. Everything is blockaded off of this. I actually thought about going up into the neighborhood and then coming out here, but you can't even come out here because the police are over there. Also, the police are very sensitive, and I'm not so charming. Yeah, I don't want to get in trouble either. It would be worth it getting in a little trouble if I were like 20 years younger. Um, Now I just might look a little stoop. Everyone wants to hit pedestrians. It's my new single. I love it. I didn't have to get mad that time. She did. Oh, Jeremiah, thank you for being here. You have a good night. We are going to go walk around. Maybe we'll run into somebody who's late for the ceremony. Just troll Beverly Hills. Someone who needs a last minute pair of shoes from Prada. A quick bob from Vidal Sassoon. A lotus. You know, the needs are real. I need a lotus. Just like Emma Peel. Although that's a Ferrari. Crazy. I couldn't really read it. I'm not sure. There was a QR code to save Tony and Ziva. I have no idea what it means. I don't want to make something funny. It's probably something serious that I have no idea about. But they sound like Tony and Ziva could be like roller disco stars from the late 70s. Or weren't there dancers like Tony and Tina? There was like a bunch of like dance shows in the late 70s, like just not maybe a bunch, but there was like definitely a disco, Danny Terrio disco dance show. I would be so scared driving that I would wreck it. Oh, okay. I'm glad Tony and Ziva wasn't like some like puppies that fell in a well or eagles. I would feel really bad if I made that roller disco joke and they were eagles. We didn't find the red carpet as usual. That is a registered trademark phrase. You can get a "We didn't find the red carpet as usual" mug in our shop. Check it out. And that is a joke. We do not have a mug that says that. But if you want to, we could do it. That's right. I love Emma Peel. I think she's an underrated Emma Peel in the Avengers, Diana Rigg, underrated style icon. I feel like her kind of whole aesthetic on that show is right up there with like Breakfast at Tiffany's, like Audrey Hepburn's aesthetic. Or there was a movie with Audrey Hepburn in it called Paris When It Sizzles, which has this scene where she's dressed in black at like a beatnik cafe. And I think Whitney Houston copied it in a video. And I think that scene is well known, but that movie, Paris When It Sizzles, is pretty underrated. Jennifer Lopez, she's on the block. The block what has Prada and Gucci on it, right over here. I'm kidding, that was a really bad rip off that Ricky Gervais joke that he made. Again, I could not walk. I asked ChatGPT what news I should watch if I didn't want to get wrapped up in drama. Like, what news should I pay attention to for the best perspective? Oh, poor Sprinkles. It told me to watch the Sprinkles news, which is no more. Is Shakira up for a Golden Globes? Well, again, I wish everybody Golden Globe luck, but I really want Michael B. Jordan to win. I'm gonna stop and tuck in my t-shirt and zip up my coat. I just saw my reflection. It's not very flattering. I'm gonna actually talk to these people for a second, but here. Whoop. Oh, that feels so much better. Have we been zoomed in this whole time? Oh my gosh. Hey. It's said to just read Reuters and AP. I can't help it. I like reading all kinds of stuff, though. Exactly. No, I'm only wearing one outfit today, and I just wanted to zip up my coat. I caught my reflection, and it just looked very yucky. Oh no, was that Hailey Bieber? I don't think so, but I really love that building. A lot of crests, though. Yeah, I don't really love the news. Gary Gnu had the best GNUs though. You know what the news is? That the Saint Laurent store, Rive Droite, wait, this is from the right bank? Is slamming. There must be some last minute celebrities picking up their outfits. Should we walk down a rodeo loop before we head out of here? See what's changed since the last time we were here? Yeah, it made me very self conscious. Go back and rewind. It looked like it made me very self conscious. Worst of times. I did not bring any clothes. They would have let me in if I brought a change of clothes. I figured I would just run into Xenia and pick something up if I really needed to go in and charge that to my um, copper American Express card. The copper one's for prepaid. I'm totally joking. Oh, it's the Bijan store. With a big B handle, right? For B Duxton. They still have Season's Greetings on their window, man. I think it's alright. Till the end of the month. Oh, I could have gone to the window that didn't have a guy sitting in it. I wonder how quickly they ripped down the Christian Dior windows. Dun, 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 dun. We don't know what they're newly. I do. Wow, would you put those really groovy suitcases outside for someone to run away with? I feel like that Cartier store has been opening for a really long time.
Okay, let's go past it.
Guys, thank you so much for being here. Oh, we kind of didn't walk down far enough.
Did she get back to you?
Right? That's the first one of the stream, except for Kylie. I mean, who do we see? Hailey Bieber. Oh, and wait, that's the Rolls Royce. Who could be getting their last minute Tom Ford? Let's see how quickly the Dior window changed. Maybe like a Dior sale window. Because let me know if I'm buffering. I love the Neverending Story. I think it is a little long, like 15 minutes too long, but I love the Neverending Story. Sorry. And so. That's a pretty. It's completely different than their little miniatures window. There are a bunch of people lined up outside of the. Maybe. There we go. The Louis Vuitton window looks more Christmassy than the Louis Vuitton window looked at Christmas time. Just saying. Why am I waiting here? I hate the diagonal cross, especially in like a tiny area. 180 years of monogram. Cool. Little red guy. It's weird that. Why did everybody have station lot right to into the store? Those look kind of creepy, actually, I'm not gonna lie. Like the adipose from Doctor Who. Sorry. She likes the pink bag. I was talking about the adipose. Hey. We're gonna walk back into Beverly Hills and up back to Santa Monica Boulevard and see if anybody is still out there. It's like it's just a really loud car. It wasn't even especially like Don Johnson Maserati-ish. It's a pretty ordinary Dodge Charger with some stripes on it. I've been watching Doctor Who since it was on PBS. It used to be like on for hours on Channel 2 in Boston. Like Doctor Who marathon every Saturday of my youth. Or maybe it was Sunday, because on Channel 56, WLVI in Boston, they had Creature double feature on Saturdays. Dude, Saturdays was a day to stay in the house. I just grew up watching it, so I don't know if I would have liked the newer ones if I didn't know like the canon or history, or wasn't kind of like, I don't know, nostalgic somewhat to me.
It's always good for you.
No, the repeats of Doctor Who, everything from BBC used to play on WGBH Channel 2 in Boston. So, are you being served? Check. Faulty Towers? Check. Doctor Who? Check. Keeping up appearances? Check. Something about a preacher I never watched? Check. Preacher double feature was like definitely for a good year. Rainy year, my like Saturday fun. Creature double feature or Doctor Who, depending on what the creature feature was. Sometimes the creature feature was about the incredible, or the man who grew really big, or the invisible man, and that kind of shit made me cry when I was a little kid. I kind of felt bad. Is it the man that turned into a giant? I can't remember, but what a cute car. I would not want to drive. Oh, right? Also, I feel like PBS didn't have anything else to play back then, so we were subjected to a lot of British television. Benny Hill, not PBS. That was on the regular channel, though. Cheesecake Factory. I'm not a huge fan of the Cheesecake Factory, but I do like their brioche grilled cheese with bacon, I will admit it. Right? Uh-huh. Benny Hill on Channel 56, WLVI. I wonder if Club Monaco got brand new letters or just picked the letters off that building and stuck them on that building. Channel 56 was like my go-to. Cartoons, after school, 2:30. Casper, the Friendly Ghost, I can't remember, then Mighty Mouse. Ooh, I love those sewing machines. That guy right there in the front on his phone has been sitting in that cafe for 20 years. I kid you not.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yay! I am. What? So there was Channel 56 and then Channel 38, which in New Hampshire I got as Channel 13. Channel 56 was on Channel 13, and Channel 38 was on Channel 10. And Channel 38 was a little more prestige. It had the movie loft with Dana. I can't remember. Every time Dana something from the movie loft. But the movie loft was like more prestigious than the Channel 56 8 o'clock movie. I saw Helter Skelter, and that scared me to death on Channel 56. Dana Andrews. Exactly. We also used to get CKSH Channel 9 from Quebec, which was kind of fun because basically after 11 it was showed some movies that would never show on the other side of the border. It looks like our protesters have gone because those celebrities are probably getting inside. It starts in 18 minutes. Thanks for coming with me to walk around. I'm gonna go east towards West Hollywood in the mountains. Actually, and get on the bus somewhere. I can't walk all the way to those mountains. I only care about Michael B. Jordan. That's my bet to win. That's my You mean like do you mean mountain bike? Do you mean like the son of Michael B. Jordan might have some money? Especially after this Golden Globe win that Michael B. Jordan will get in. Yeah, it would be nice if my parents left me a house or an old vintage Hyundai XL. I was just like reading up on the movies and the nominees, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember Sinners. And then Michael B. Jordan has a fine physique in that movie, and otherwise also. I don't think I have a crush on him, but after seeing my reflection in the mirror and thinking about Michael B. Jordan, I think I need to stop eating pasta. I went to Disney World when I was a kid. We drove there from New Hampshire in a van. Disney World once. I went to Disneyland maybe once every 5 years. So 4 or 5 times since I've lived in California. Let's check it out, man. I love a good peace sign. And lots of channels. Some of them were UHF or VHF. We got cable. We didn't have color TV. We were early on VCR. I guess we must have had a color TV too. Why would you have a black and white TV and a VCR? Why? Yeah, no more homemade chocolate chip cookies, and I think I need to do some more planks. Planks really work for my fupa, we'll call it. We did go to Southern New Hampshire's infamous Canopy Lake Park at least once a summer growing up, but it was probably like $12. Or my parents paid with green stamps. I don't think stomach crunches work. Also, they screw up my sciatic nerve somehow. The best things that work for me are standing stomach crunches. Don't ask. Also the pull-up bar. I do some kind of weird. I don't know the name of any of these exercises. Stomach exercise with that. I just haven't. I've fallen off the log. Yeah, we used to get them from the Grand Union. And then one time we saved enough to either get a canoe or a brand new sewing machine. And the girls won because never mind, that was the Brady Bunch. Anyway, I remember saving them. I don't remember for what. But I do remember that episode of the Brady Bunch where Tiger knocked over the card house. I do this sort of crunch where I stick my toes underneath the ottoman and pull myself up off the couch sometimes. I'm just really once a year for like the past couple years, except for actually for the past 2 years it hasn't happened, but prior to that, maybe once a year of my life, I would have a terrible back issue. Like unwalkable day, and maybe it's only been within the past 10 years of my life. Past 2 years I haven't had that at all, but it usually happens in January or December. I can feel the first pain. I don't take any painkillers of any kind. Nada. What does that do to your cat, though? If you feed your cat a cat food that like is just for your allergens. I do push-ups. I do some lady push-ups, and I do some incline push-ups and some wall push-ups. I try to like exercise throughout the day, but we have been eating pasta and cookies. In fact, we're probably gonna have pasta for dinner tonight. Osgay! Literally everything is so crazy expensive. I'm so glad the pasta, what you want to call it, pasta shit didn't go up. But like everything is so expensive, so we've been trying to, I don't know, eat a little bit better and eat a little more at home. But yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. Do we really care about the Golden Globes? Is that like a, what do they call them, troll? So anyway, everything has gotten so expensive, but for some reason, pasta is really inexpensive. I think because they were going to put a tariff on it and then didn't end up putting it on it, so I don't know, maybe America overbought. Like it was the pasta tariff and the upholstered furniture tariff that were supposed to kick in January and did not end up kicking in. We're not getting political here, but I feel like pasta all of a sudden got cheap, so I've been just like, and I love pasta. It's also a little bit cold here, so there's nothing more delicious than a hearty pasta supper. Yeah, I love there's something called Banza, and it's a chickpea pasta that I love. But it's not as cheap as regular pasta. Oh, we love. But anyway, everything is super expensive. So we're eating less meat, which is a great thing, except now it's on top of the food pyramid. We're eating a lot less processed food because I'm not paying $5 for a Snickers bar, please. And the thing is, also mountain bike, I love pasta. Like, you can put tomato sauce on it. You can add a little protein to it. You can add vegetables to it. You can add tomato sauce to it. Butter. Oh my god, I want pasta for dinner tonight. Spinach. An egg. I have to say, go Chargers, because, you know, right? But I wouldn't hate the Patriots for winning. I think pasta is a staple, rice is a staple. I grew up hating rice because all we ever had growing up was enriched rice, and I cannot stand enriched rice. That vitamin taste is just disgusting to me. I actually agree with you 100%, Cecilia. And we made a soup. I put the recipe up in the members Discord with just by roasting vegetables and tomatoes. I have to tell you, the soup was really expensive because the tomatoes were like $7.99 for a pound at the cheap grocery store. Next time I'll just use a couple tomatoes, but we just pureed it. We use jasmine rice a lot, and I really like river rice too. But also, in this past year, we've incorporated some red lentils, which we didn't use. I also use bulgur wheat and there's a lot of stuff. Barley. I love barley for rice. It's just kind of artificial. Like, I would never eat Uncle Ben's rice when I was a kid. I just never wanted rice. I thought all rice tasted like that. Until I discovered the whole world of non-enriched rice. Jeremy, we are... Oh, wow, my chat just went all the way to the end, or the beginning. Beans are good. We're gonna add a lot more beans to our mix too. And we're probably gonna eat less meat. I just wanna make sure that I don't eat a hell of a lot of food, but I do eat a lot of shitty food sometimes, so I wanna make sure that I'm getting enough protein. So if it's jasmine rice, no. If it's sushi rice, which I love sushi rice, which is not the best nutritionally, I do rinse it. We also like to use quinoa, which we try to buy the rinsed quinoa. Should I wash jasmine rice? Frozen vegetables are pretty good. They're not like the frozen, they got a bad rap. I just don't like canned stuff. Like, I think I grew up also enriched rice. Bleh. We also grew up with a lot of canned green beans and canned peas, which are disgusting. And I think I would have had a lot better relationship with vegetables if we weren't eating canned stuff. For a while, I thought brown rice was the healthiest because it had more fiber in it. But maybe basmati is. I think, now I'm not a dietitian, and I think rice is something that isn't always great for you to have too much of. But I could be wrong.
It just depends on the day. Like there's some days where it's like
I think if brown rice is made really nicely, it's kind of good. If it's made properly and not ends up gushy like oatmeal. You know what I really want to make is Dave's Hot Chicken right now has a cauliflower patty. And so it's basically just sliced cauliflower breaded in their like breading and then baked or fried. I'm not really sure how it's done. But it's so good. I'm planning on, this morning I made something. I'm not going to share the recipe with you because it was kind of gross and I'm going to tweak it a few more times. But I made some oatmeal breakfast bars. They're basically oatmeal, a little flour, butter, baking powder, salt, sugar, just not enough sugar, IMO, and mix it up, add a little bit of jelly while it's baking, like divot jelly, and then do a peanut butter drizzle, which is just water and peanut butter. They were not what I wanted. I wanted them to be a little more like a blondie. Right? Thank goodness there's no koala bears here. This is Beverly Hills. The trees in Beverly Hills are very much kept and monitored by the city. This is such a beautiful walk. I didn't recognize an Australian gum tree, but these are some old trees. Right, so Joe, it's really bad. But if you go into the grocery store, the most affordable things are maruchan and ramen, which is like 50 cents a package. Which ramen could be good for you if it wasn't so high in sodium and blah 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 blah. I love ramen. But I could probably eat ramen every day. But it's terrible for you. Yeah, they're like a dessert. It's like a brownie with no cocoa. And you can make them eggless. Although, eggs are pretty cheap now. Eggs are pretty cheap again. I saw a dozen eggs somewhere for like $1.99. California also is a little more expensive to start with. So I don't remember eggs for $1.99 before the egg scare. I just, like, the noodles though, the noodles also have some sodium in it. I could make a broth myself and then throw like a handful of frozen vegetables. I did that a couple summers ago. I did that. We would make ramen and try to like jazz it up. And like when I was a kid, I used to like munch the dry ramen by itself. I would just eat it out of the package dry. I loved it. I love it still. I would still do that. Golden Globes! How can you do that so fast? It makes me think that you're crazy. Or that you need a timeout for 5 minutes. I would imagine that would be kind of hard to cook kosher. Unless, especially for me, because I would have to like, it would be like baking, except kosher isn't science. I feel like baking is really important. Chemical reactions are going on to make things leaven and rise. It's really scientific. Oh my gosh, are they called Baby Star? John, the Baby Star chips. I think we buy those all the time. Those are also super salty, from Daiso. I used to work with a girl, and she would get those all the time. The Baby Star. I bought eggs a couple times in December, and it was kind of nice to have them, only because they were $1.99. I don't need them as a staple of my diet, and I tend to get sick of eggs. Like if I have an egg sandwich or make scrambled eggs one morning, 2 mornings, I don't want them like usually 4 days in a row. How are you doing that? Time out. I just have to find other ways to incorporate eggs. I really like to have a leftover rice of any kind from the night before and mix eggs with it. We make something called, it's not called anything because we just made it up, where we just like chop a bunch of sweet potato and scramble it up with turkey, ground turkey, and have it for dinner with cabbage. I know, sliced cabbage, like shredded cabbage. It's like a salad with some sauce. It's really much more delicious than I'm making it sound. Anyway, the leftovers go really good with an egg the next day. I feel like you can stretch stuff with eggs too, so Joe loves cottage cheese. I just cannot get into cottage cheese. A diet plate with half a pear and a cottage cheese. A half a grapefruit with a maraschino cherry and some cottage cheese. I agree. Too much sugar makes you crazy. Look, I can, but I don't think our camera's great enough. See DTLA way over there. Let's see if I can look. Oh, we do stir fry a lot, actually. I bought a special electric skittle so I could stir fry. Butter drizzle I used on my oat bar blondies this morning. I'm gonna use for peanut sauce. I'm probably gonna have some sushi rice with broccoli and chicken for dinner tonight. All made from scratch. And also maybe throwing some stir-fried spinach in there. And unfortunately, we'll not be making any cookies. I think the best things for my mental health is exercise, actually. I can't believe how big a part exercise plays in my mental health and my ability to cope with stress and my ability to cope with just the itch shade that goes up and goes on all the time. There's totally, Cecilia, there's totally like a cream cheese, a cottage cheese comeback, and I'm willing to explore some updated and modern TikTok cottage cheese recipes, but Joe usually eats the cottage cheese before I can get to it. In fact, I love getting it for him because it's one of those little, almost like a pudding cup I can give him when he says, I'm hungry. I don't know why I can't cross. Is there a button that I should have pushed 45 minutes ago? Yeah, obviously. Oh my god, the sunset is really pinky and beautiful. We're going to be here for 45 more minutes, so let's watch the sun go down. Lonnie Grace! Look at that orange. Overnight oats, chia seeds, soaking chia seed pudding is really good. Oh my god, the lemon twigs are going to be here. I feel like I heard about the lemon twigs like 15 years ago. And never since. Making banana bread with oats. I did that during the pandemic a bunch. Super good. I love oats. Again, I made like oat blondies this morning. Alright, I'm gonna keep hitting this little thing. Otherwise, I'll never get home. Remember, you guys, we were up at the top of this street last week, Sunset Boulevard up there. We're on Santa Monica. The sun is setting behind us. The Petco is going to close in a couple minutes. I did not know that. We sometimes, when we used to do delivery, we would get a delivery from a place called Ben's Fast Food. It was a super, super healthy bowl, and they had like chia seed pudding, like chocolate chia seed pudding you could get, and it was so good, except a tiny, tiny, like tiniest cup you could imagine. So tiny. Tiny. What I want is a chia pudding pet. I think that would be really great if one of those chia pets could grow like a chia pudding on it. Like a chia pudding shell. Joe and I bought a chia pet of Sonic the Hedgehog a couple, not last Christmas, but Christmas before. Actually, we didn't buy it. It was given to him. And I was so excited to do the chia pet, even though it was his gift. Good for you, Tony. I love a good, mostly salad. We're gonna have bowls for dinner, I decided. Oh my god, ESPN2 has the Golden Globes? I love that. The best thing is they have to subscribe to chat. I bet Dan Tana is going to be dead for the next hour. It's kind of... I always wanted a black car in Los Angeles, and I always had never a black car. Actually, I've had a black car once before this last car I had. Sad. But having a black car pain in the ass because Los Angeles, it's just full of particulate matter. Hey, it's beautiful out right now. It's a beautiful, beautiful sunset in West Hollywood. Thanks for being here. Let me say I'm not as good at remembering to do this without Joe here, but please like, subscribe, and chat. Hey, congratulations, George. You're never going to see the dust. Woo! Right? It's Sunday night, and there's an awards show happening. Congratulations on your new car. Woo! Yep. And everybody is sort of locked down for the Golden Globes. And if you want to know where to watch the Golden Globes, because I know you do, just hang tight and somebody will let you know in the chat in a couple seconds. While we wait for that to happen, let's zoom back in. And let's thank our members for backing the channel and the support over the past year with this lovely scroll bar at the bottom of our screen. Do they make milk out of hay now? I'm sure. Hay is for horses, milk is for cows. Wait, what is that? Hay is for horses. No, hay is for no. Milk is for babies. I drink it anyhow. I can't remember what that. Walk of Famers. The awards are being held at the Beverly Hilton. We were just around the Beverly Hilton. We couldn't cross the street because we didn't have a ticket. But apparently they're playing them on CBS right now. If you want to watch the red carpet. Actually, the ceremony probably is getting underway. I believe it starts at 5. The Oscars are at the Dolby. I can't wait for those because even though we'll not get to the red carpet for that, it's a little more accessible than the Beverly Hilton in some ways. Shout out to all of you. Look at that, is incredibly long. 118 members, I think, there. Joe and I will be working on some emojis. We just introduced the new food robot, which we're gonna change because it's a little busy, but for now, you know what to type if you want to spring it to action, members. All right. I don't know, is Joe still here? Joe, are you still watching or what have you? Hey, George, I needed somebody to tell me that because I never ever see that. Thank you so much. That's going to be 127. Another emoji for Joe to create. Woo! Thank you so much. I like that guy, even though he looks mad. And then, juicy. Right, ground control to Major Joe. Did you get lost in? Thanks. There you are. I can't, George donated some members. Thank you so much, George. I missed it, because you know that never shows up. Oh, look, we're in WeHo. The partying starts early on Sunday night. I can hear the beat from Roosterfish from across the street. Rage driving your Rage Rover. Oh, Julia Roberts won a lot of stuff. Not that she doesn't deserve winning stuff, but I love Tiana Roberts won. Thank you so much. And you guys, don't forget cbshd.com. You could watch the Golden Globes too. So it's actually, is there a name for like evening brunch? Because I feel like that's what's happening here. It's Sunday. It's 5:17. People are welcome to wind down the weekend any way they want. It's super early, so what do you call this? Like evening brunch? I'm not really sure. I haven't been to Abbot Kinney since a couple years. I don't actually ever hang out down here too often.
So rare for a young brand. Third in TD passes.
I have no issue with it. It's just not in my backyard. We have some, well, for the past 10 years that I've lived in East Hollywood, I've had plenty of bars over there to sustain me. But we come down here like Halloween. I feel like a bridge and tunnel club when I come down here. Early evening brunch. It needs like a name though. Like Linner. That sounds stupid. Lupper. Lunch. Sinner. No, that sounds stupid. Happy hour. Nunch. That's the best one. Because well, it's 5:19. It's really supper, early dinner. I think it's all good, and we're not judging. I love to see people out and enjoying stuff. I feel like well, that's because it's Robin night. Murder on the Dance Floor, followed by a little Robin. That gets everyone out on a Sunday night. Look. The show's starting at 5:19. Maybe we need to come to West Hollywood more often. People are very... They're a little less bashful here than on Hollywood Boulevard. Festive is an excellent word. I think I have to like lose my gut first before I come to West Hollywood. I feel like it's acceptable in East Hollywood. Here I'm just another daddy. Thank you, Mark. You're welcome to keep us informed as to what's happening. We are walking out of West Hollywood right now. We're kind of missing out on the party again. I'm live streaming tomorrow. I might switch Tuesday for Wednesday, and I just have to finish now 2 member videos this week to release. They're kind of short and quirky and about maybe something I only care about, but I'm going to drop those, so I kind of need 1 day off to do that. But I'll definitely see you guys tomorrow night. We're most likely going to Hollywood. It seems like Monday nights in Hollywood just kind of work. The road to the venue is blocked. The sidewalk that you would need to access to cross the street to get to it, you could only get through it with the ticket. Unless maybe I was staying at the Beverly Hilton, which I wasn't. Hopefully Zaddy. I'm just gonna say Daddy. That's TBD. I don't really know what it means. Just an older man in West Hollywood would be a daddy. So yeah, Wilshire Boulevard, where Wilshire and Santa Monica met like a couple blocks before that, the street was blocked. Schmitty's. So we were only getting to look at limos and SUVs after the person had gotten out. Not that much fun. I'm pretty sure we saw a limo that a celebrity had gotten out of. But it's not as exciting when they're not in it. I think it's a compliment to be called a zaddy. Enjoy it. I think I meant daddy kind of as a compliment. I'm just not a young guy anymore. Young compared to some people, but I think zaddies are like, let's see, Pedro Pascal, I think, is a zaddy. I'm sure there are other ones. I feel like he started it, though. There you go, Christopher Maloney. Kinda, right? It is waste, fraud, and abuse. It is really so weird, and it was weird when they started calling you-know-who a daddy. Sorry, not getting political, but I feel like that kind of took it away from the fun of being called a daddy. You see me, I see you, I'm gonna get hit by cars. Sorry. I don't know why I just trotted like that. Bring back bears. Oh. I kind of like bears and otters, no zaddies and daddies. Take it as a compliment. I love. One day somebody screamed, "Nice fit" to me. Had no idea what they were saying. But I looked it up later and it was totally a compliment. Nice fit. Zesty daddy. Zesty is like sour cream and onion smell to me. Kind of gross. You guys, I am going to... I did not set my watch. I gotta remember to do that. If you guys are on at the beginning of the stream ever, ask me if I've set my watch or started my watch. I'm gonna walk up a couple more blocks and then I'm gonna hop on the bus so I'm not walking 11 miles home. Oh, I kept reading Bad Smelling Body. A Zesty Daddy. Zaddy. Oh my god, CBS HD has the Golden Globes live, if you guys didn't know. And they're in high definition, I'm assuming. So I want to take a second to thank you guys all for being here. If you're a lurker, love you for watching and sitting in the background there. Please feel free to like and subscribe. It really does mean a lot. If you're watching later and on your phone, feel free to hype the videos. I'm going to now thank my members. This doesn't include anybody that got a membership today, but you'll be on the live stream. Thank you tomorrow. Thanks, George. My members list. Hey, ESPN. ESPN does not have the awards. I don't think. Should I add them as a moderator? Oh, hey, Charles. Thank you for being here. Oh my God, it's Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. What is he doing down here? What is he doing down here? Shouldn't he be accepting his Golden Globe? He's gonna win because he wore a prosthetic nose. That's the ticket. You guys, thank you, members. You really do back the channel, help support our metro fares, our phone bill, get us this really great signal that so much better than the old T-Mobile one that we used to use. I cannot thank you enough. We're gonna keep walking for a little bit because my members list is long and it's even 10 more people longer today. Right? Remember when Nicole Kidman won? For the hours? I don't think his performance was really that good in the Smash Hands or whatever that movie was called. I read that it wasn't. I shouldn't say it. I want to see him. I want to see everyone succeed. I'm not a Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson hater. My battery is actually excellent tonight. I'm at 50% phone, and my gimbal is also at 50%. consumer value stores of Woonsocket, Rhode Island. What? Shavkat. I remember as a child learning what CVS stood for and just kind of being like, awesome. I mean, I felt like I knew a secret. I didn't think awesome because I don't think that word had been used yet. It's the Holloway Motel. Next to the IHOP. That's all right. We gotcha. Right? It's such a, well, I thought we could see it if we turn around. It's such like a cute IHOP too. It's kind of the old fashioned style IHOP that look like, shall I say, like chalet-esque. Would that be safe to say? I think that was their decor was chalet, modern chalet. Oops, I'm so sorry. Oh. I think I went to Denny's more often, but Bickford's was my coffee house that I went to growing up. A is for Apple and B is for Bickford's. We had not one but two Bickfords in Manhattan, or Manchester, Manhattan, where I grew up. I love Jean Smart though, but right, she didn't need to win again, but that show is absolutely hilarious. I don't like putting chocolate chips in pancakes. Actually, I learned the secret is you put the chocolate chips in the pancakes when they're on the griddle instead of when they're in the bowl, so they don't all go to the bottom. I'm sure that's something that everybody else on Earth knew their whole lives, but I've just recently learned that.
It's like, it also right now I'm just a little bit like, it just sucks that you don't want to. She said chicken.
Dude, I used to spend hours in Bickford's. But we also would go to Denny's in Nashua, New Hampshire. But the Bickford's was local. There were two Bickford's also, which made it pretty awesome. Brave Bull, welcome you guys. We would get, I think, something called the baby apple, but mostly we would get a plate of French fries and coffee at Bickford's. Bottomless coffee and French fries. Occasionally a bagel with American cheese, onions, and mustard. Don't ask. The bagel was grilled. It's really a delicious onion sandwich. I went to Canopy Lake Park growing up. I feel like I went to Riverside. Did Riverside become Six Flags? Because I feel like I went there once to Riverside Park. Thank you so much, Astrostorm. Thank you so much. From Guyana. Bickford's was never quick. I mean, we really like hung out in Bickford's for hours. Waitresses made no money. My revenge was having the same thing happen to me as a waiter years later. When people would just camp out in your station and drink coffee. I only went there once. To Riverside. And also Benson's Wild Animal Farm, also in New Hampshire. We went there a lot too. And they also had like at Benson's Wild Animal, can't even say it, Benson's Wild Animal Farm, they also had like a winter sort of Santa's Village, and you could ride the hurricane. You could ride the roller coaster in the freezing winter time, which is, it's not fun. I went to the Attitash. I did not go on the river slide. I waited at the bottom because I was too afraid. A couple years later, I did ride the river slide. But the first time, I was chicken shiznitzel.
Wait.
Oh my god, I forgot Friendlies and Brigham's. How about Brigham's? That was a Boston one. We had a Friendly in downtown Manchester, New Hampshire. I had a particularly weird incident there with my mother and the waitress one time. I won't tell that story, but it's pretty funny. At Friendly, not Brigham's. I used to go to Friendly also a lot. We also, in New Hampshire, we had two other places. One was called Weeks, which had a couple of restaurants, and they were like creameries, whatever that means, and then Blake's. Is Brigham's still around? They had a raspberry. They had this fizzy drink in the summertime. It was like, a lemon lime Ricky, a raspberry lemon lime Ricky. That was specifically Brigham's. I can still hear, my friend's mother from Methuen say, Brigham's raspberry lime Ricky. I can't do her accent, that Methuen accent. Sprazzle. I went to a Blake's in 2015 in New Hampshire. It was the Blake's that I grew up with. My mother and I went. It was kind of like, this is a place that we went to all the time growing up, and we went out to eat there. It really didn't change. They didn't have frozen pudding ice cream any longer, but the menu was still the same. Oh, I do. Anthony! Anytime I've ever worked with anybody named Anthony, that's all I can think of is Prince Spaghetti Day. I usually don't do the joke because I'm so sick and tired of Charlie Says Love My Good and Plenty's. The best tasting tuna is Star-Kissed, Charlie. Oh my god, there you go. Anthony! Hello, there you go, Circus of Books. The thing I loved about the Prince Spaghetti Day commercial also growing up is that the North End was somewhere that we went sometimes. So seeing somewhere familiar to you on TV was really lovely. Nikki Gla- oh, here's our oh my god, it's Nils. Come on, use your food bot. Right? If you were a member, please type food bot. Right? I tried to put my microphone in my pocket. I think foodbot needs to be one word. It should be an emoji unless Joe deleted it because he was mad. Joe, where's the food bot? They wanted to get to the Golden Globes. I'm hoping that's what it is. Oh my god, Golden Globe Awards. Oh my gosh, the food bot was working last night, right? I can't use emojis from here. Hey, Mary. Oh, there we go. There's the food bot. Don't we type food bot? They are with their big blinking eyes. It's just an emoji, the food bot, like a member emoji. How do we trigger those? A colon and then emoji? Hello, BD. You missed all the celebrities. Just kidding. We saw Michael B. Jordan on a wall. I never get to use those emojis, so I kind of forget how to use them. Robot. All right, I'm gonna catch I'm gonna miss this number 4 bus, but I'm gonna catch the very next one. I actually could have run and jumped on that bus and continued to film. I'm gonna catch the very next one. He was nominated. I just want him to win because it's the only movie that I saw was Sinners, and it was pretty good. I mean, really good. I am streaming tomorrow. We're probably doing a 4 o'clock in Hollywood. I'll put that up. And then Tuesday we're not streaming, or we are, I don't know. But we're going to the Valley this week. I might bump the Valley to Thursday, so I can go a little later in the day. But I'll be doing my normal days this week. It was just, I think it was a phenomenal movie. First of all, metaphor, vampires, Michael B. Jordan in a dual role. A fantastic movie. And also, apparently I have a crush on Michael B. Jordan right now. But anyway. Alright kids, I am going to sign off. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to post up in the morning what time we're going to go. It's probably going to be about 4 o'clock. We're going to do a Hollywood swing. through. Will be members videos on Tuesday or Wednesday. I just have to finish them up. I really do need one day to do that. Would love to get those little boring bon mots out to you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much, George Berger, for members. Thank you, Simply Sonora. I think Joseph just... Sorry. Alright, hold on. I don't have access to fireworks anymore because we've hit the 2-hour limit for fireworks. They're all wet. So, good night, you guys. Thank you so much. We will see you tomorrow. I hope you have an awesome night, whatever you do. I hope whoever you want to win the Golden Globes wins, Michael B. Jordan. And we'll talk really soon. I also love Seth Rogen. Oh, I love that TV show is also fantastic. It's going to be hard. The TV shows were the hardest things because Pluribus was so good. The Seth Rogen show was so good. I think Abbott Elementary can skip a winning year. I can't remember what else was on there, but it was so good. Anyway, good night, Queen. Sorry. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Will be live streaming tomorrow with Joe. Or without, but definitely probably with him. Let's go, Patriots and Chargers and whoever your team is. Hugs. Oh, Severance also. I also loved Severance. Adam Scott. Fantastic. Not a movie. Anyway, hugs. Ozgay. Good night. Thank you guys so much for being here. Cheers. Bye.